Welcome to Other Record Labels Case Studies, where we look at inspired record labels in our community, how they're doing things different, and what we can learn from them. A couple of months ago, I was helping this label revamp their website, and the first thing I noticed was a motto that they had on their site. It popped out at me, and immediately I knew this was something special. In fact, I've been thinking about it off and on for the past couple of months. To be honest, it's stuck with me, and I don't know why, but I love finding things that set labels apart. I actually think it's imperative that all labels have something unique to them. Maybe that's a visual aesthetic, a commitment to one format, a set of values, or even if it's just a tagline that's found on their website underneath their logo. So the label's called This and That Tapes, and they're from Philadelphia. And on their website, integrated in the top left corner with their logo, it says Lo-Fi High Fun. Let me say it again. Lo-Fi High Fun. It's just 4 words, 9 letters. It's so good. It's so simple, but it's so powerful. I just haven't stopped thinking about it. I know that's weird, but it says so much by saying so little. Now, I'm not advocating for slogans here. I don't think it matters if your label has a motto or a catchphrase. I mean, I've always thought that internal mission statements are nice to have. They help you verbalize your North Star, why you exist, and what you hope to accomplish as a record label. But mission statements aren't often something that most people see, whereas slogans or mottos, on the other hand, are forward-facing. Just do it, think different, because you're worth it. A great slogan, like in this case, can encapsulate a brand's entire ethos in one sentence. In this case, it's 4 words. And actually, there's a lot hidden in these 4 words. Let me do a brain dump just for a second to tell you kind of what I pulled out of this in literally the split second that when I first read it. The instant I read that tagline, I got this idea of what this label was about. Lo-fi tells me it's probably tapes, bedroom pop, home recordings, bootlegs, I don't know, garage rock, that's still a thing. Maybe acoustic straight to tape, maybe some grainy ambient music. Ultimately, it showed me that they're not obsessed with sonic perfection. They weren't looking for these songs to be placed in a TV commercial necessarily. But here's the thing. A term like lo-fi would normally imply that something is inferior or not as good as it could be. What I love about lo-fi high fun is that they celebrate these flaws. They embrace their limitations, mistakes, false starts, clipping and peaking, or pitchy vocals. A couple years ago, this is true, I had this cat named Charlie. She's since gone now. Not dead, just out at a farm in the country. Still not dead, very true. It's at my aunt and uncle's, she's at my aunt and uncle's place, still alive. Anyway, this cat used to make her way onto almost like every record and song that we recorded in my basement. Very opportune meows. But we always kept them in because it was real life, authentic, you know. I mean, all these thoughts just started coming to me when I first read this motto or this slogan. So This and That Tapes is a cassette label, and tapes are sonically inferior and impractical. Labels like this one aren't ignoring that. They actually care a lot about that aspect of tapes. People who like lo-fi care about their shortcomings. The blemishes are beautiful. I mean, tapes are fun. So my takeaway was this. This label doesn't take themselves too seriously. At least that's what I gather. Lo-fi music is artists just being themselves and having fun and being creative, free of parameters or guidelines. It's not perfect and it's not pretentious. I mean, think of the opposite of lo-fi, hi-fi. That's like old dudes with a room dedicated to their speaker system, who won't let you touch their records or put your drink down anywhere. How crazy, though, is it that in 4 words, just a few seconds, this label was able to communicate so much to me? They downloaded their whole ethos into a small logo in the top left corner of their website. I think that's crazy. Like I said, I don't care if you have a slogan or not. Even the word slogan seems kind of outdated. That's not the point here. What I love about this is that somehow This and That Tapes found a way to introduce themselves, declare their ethos, and basically dog whistle to me. I had to ask myself, how does my label communicate who we are and what I stand for? Is it clear when someone visits my website? Do my values come through in my messaging on social media or in any copy that I write? I have an identity, I think, but is it clear? Have you heard the name of Phoebe Bridgers' new record label? It's called Satisfactory. 2 words, not one. Satisfactory. I feel like it accomplishes something similar to lo-fi high fun. The name reflects like the sad lyrics Phoebe's known for, and at the same time, it's a little bit self-deprecating. Their spirit, it seems to me, is hidden in the sarcasm. There's another label we had on the show last year called OOF Records, OOF, which stands for Our Orbit of Friends. And again, it's the same thing, a super subtle wink to the audience that says, this is what we're about. Again, I'm not advocating for silly slogans or taglines, although they can be great and they can tell people something about your record label. But don't overthink it. It's not about a name or a slogan or a t-shirt design or a mission statement. The takeaway here is asking yourself, who are you? What do you stand for? Who is your audience? And what do you have in common with them? And then take a look at the spaces you occupy. Your website, your records, your social media bios, your merch. Is it clear who you are and what you value?